global, and let me say international. I don't want to call them a trio, man. Ibuto. International Ibuto from Southern Africa. They are recognizable for their style that is intricate and agile yet restrained. Their debut album was in 2011. They had a couple of hits. They've traveled the world. They've worked with the Ladysmith Grammy Award winning Ladysmith Breck Mambazo, the likes of Abu Questa. It says on the bio they were formed in 2010, but in my mind I think it was a couple of years earlier than that, but they'll tell me. Anyway, they are a larger than life group that started back in high school as high school students, and they were friends, and then almost a decade later they started their professional careers. They're composers, vocalists, a beatboxer, vocalist. You've got Ulupindo Xanga, you've got Untsiga Xanga, you've got Usisibuhle Bendalo Mda, you've got Usam, who's not here, but he's part of their history. Just like every time when you guys look at me, you'll always associate me with YFM, with Metro FM, etc., etc. I'm quite excited that Usisibuhle Bendalo this time ungvutele. Nangithi ungvutele. The last time we had it was I think 10-15 episodes ago. Check out those videos sometime late last year. Myself and Penuel, the Black Pen, we sat down with her on an incredible interview. If you missed it, go check it out. It was too beautiful. But then now she's like, and she is here Nezinja Zake. They released on Native Rhythms label the Soil LP, which went platinum, and they've done a lot of live shows. Also, they did their second album, Nostalgic Moments. They also moved on there. They worked with Sony. They've just been doing a lot of work. Let me not read it. Let me hear it from the horse's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, finally the Soil is here. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. How was the festive season?
Ooh, child.
Because I think I last saw you just before.
Yes.
I think it was a few weeks before.
I think what I enjoyed about the festive was home, you know. We had time to spend with our families. So
no, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. You enjoyed it. And any feedback on the interview we did with Penuel?
Hey, your viewers. But I like the space because it's flexible, you know, and it's made of people who have different views about different topics. So it's a nice debating space, a very healthy space where you can disagree and agree, you know. So congratulations to you for creating such a great platform for us to talk. Yeah. Podcast
as I love the SABC, you know, and it's a big platform.
Yeah.
I grew up in the industry, but I knew it would be painful to build something of our own.
Yeah.
We started with Massive Metro, and then I moved on here to podcasting. It hasn't been easy, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And also what I've learned is because we're on the internet, it gives us a license to be disrespectful to people, and for me, I kind of feel it sort of takes away from our values.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt, let me still be on the internet, but let me still produce high quality stuff that you would watch on SABC, on Mnet or any other platform, you know? So ngiyabonga ngalawo magama mhambo.
You did great.
Ngiyabonga. So ungvuthele namhla ngiqala ngayo because ladies first, you know? Why ungvuthele namhla?
I mean, I feel dala around, and I think izinto zenzeka ngesikhathi sayo, you know, bekumele sifike la, you know, as a collective, so that uzowuzwa the other elements of what the soil is, because I touched a lot on the soil as well on our previous interview. So it's great that we are here now. But
I know we had fun there. And I didn't know there was history between you guys and Penuel.
Yes.
Yeah, we shot.
He even
yes.
shot our video.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
City, yeah.
Yeah, he's such an amazing soul. No wonder you guys click.
Yeah.
Even when you started introducing us, Uti, globally renowned, you don't want to say trio, institution. Like that's the word that came to me before Butlati Ibuto, you know.
Yeah.
But still, even with Ibuto, when you think of our occurrences and happenings in life as environments, which I've started to see us as, we are moving energy. We then by default we create environments. So I'm like, these environments are similar. Hence they attracted each other, you know. So once we look at everything that we do as environment, nyakuzo khala nge-SABC kuthi well uthando, you know, a place where you are pricked from ukuthi ususwe and then creating, that's part of the journey, you know. But lo muntu abamsusile da was still you. So the magic you created lapha, guess what? No munga ekhala hari manje usuke la, you will still have the same impact because you are the same institution. Like you don't even walk alone, you know. So abantu, we belittle our importance and our strength by limiting ourselves into calling, no, I'm an artist. No, I'm not an artist.
Just a writer.
I'm just a legendary. No, you're not, bruh. You are bigger than that. You know, you are bigger than that. You are bigger than that. So, yeah, no, I was when I heard Pen, I was like, plus I've seen you very on the net doing things. I was like, yeah, match made for sure in heaven.
No, Nyabong, and he teaches us a lot. He's a sharp mind.
Yes.
Very sharp.
And that's what I like in the internet.
Yeah.
It's bringing us those sharp minds that will be alternative voices from mainstream platforms, you know?
Yeah.
Mthanda nauti awusiwedwa.
Yeah.
A human being has got both parents.
Yes.
Now, but they come from their own parents.
Yeah.
Now, but they also come from their own parents. And they say in one human being, you're actually walking around with over 40 million genes in you.
Yeah.
So ingakho they even say nangesintu, that's the reason why you'd find references like sanbonani, even if you're greeting one person, you know,
Sanbonani.
because akekho yedwa lo muntu,
Yeah.
baningi kuye yena lo.
And besides, noma abantu abadala bafika, I don't know if abanye abantu have experienced this, but me bafika, noma engene channeling oyi-one, engene channeled in you as a person, you know, mega figure uthi siyakhuleka, but uyabulisa kodwa uthi siyakhuleka because naye akahamba yona. So even in the kwelomoya nabo, they know ukuthi still in their individuality there's still like a lot of them, you know. So yeah, it goes back to the institution thing, like you are more than one. Yeah, you are more than one.
Yeah. And I also would like to correct myself. Nangiqala ngifundi bio, it says 2010, and according to my understanding, I think you guys, and also the interview that we had, you guys might have started earlier, not 2010. Maybe clarify it for me.
Yeah, when we started, 203, ne? Yeah, 203. Futhi, this whole movement, iqale high school in Titela Secondary School in Soweto, Pretiana.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
Rep your class, rep your class.
So Beletina, we always liked the music. She's our family. She's been mama, mommy, you know. So you know, so we all started with these jam sessions. Every Friday we have a kasi vele. The women will clean the floor. Tina merchants shama ama window first, and then we would get more time because it's quite ama window.
Privilege.
You know.
More time.
And then every Fridays, so Sithole Konini singing, you know, all those jam sessions, all those nice nice music in Mhlambe. So it was plus minus 26 of us, 27, somewhere there. You know? Yeah, I boot.
20 something.
Yeah. It was a lot of us.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah, it was
cool.
the back home. Just the ambience.
Yeah, I'm a copy, sure.
So yeah, you'd find him Mklamba by 6 today doing one part in Mklamba at 10. But ingathi be choir, but we were never a choir. We never thought of it like a choir. So, so we would have those jam sessions. But before that, ubuhle besingamfuni a groupie.
Of
Why?
course. Ngantshela ngisho ngantshela.
Angisengenzela abangayibukela.
Ngabatshela. Ngayifayisa kusibuka ngantshela.
So, okay, now staircase da yimunsika uskebeng ukhona nyathi yethu uskebeng nickname nje. No, something sorry. So we used to singing there. And then ubuhle umaphapheni, she used to do choral choirs khona scale, and she should bring back ama trophies nan. So
I was the girl.
Shiny yakhe yabona. So as
Already beseka famous.
Yeah, I was the girl.
yaqala ingoma assembly yabona yonke le. So she comes to attack Machensi ngicela ukungena. I remember something, so it was like, no.
Askule matombaziana.
Yeah, and I remember very well, Maratansiga, you can sing like Hemos, Sasimti. And then was post again, and then Sabaso again. And after that, I remember we were Mama holidays of summer, I think. Then
2004.
Yeah, 2004, and then we started to say no. Asam sorry has ngalama holidays. Sajela wonke umuntu uyabona. But only to find out ukuthi abanye vele they into sports, into books, abanye into fashion. Marathina yithi sasala no music.
And then nansala, I'm sure ukuthi beku group eyavuke kancane over time, ne?
Yeah.
And different stories, because not even when we started Imo Fight was the same. Besibaningi, but kancane group eyavuka, for whatever reasons.
Yes.
And you also sometimes don't want to, because you're in a better position. It's years later. Ukubakhuluma kabi abanye. Life happens, and for whatever reasons, abanye bayahamba.
Yes.
But somehow you guys were left.
Abanye sabaxosha nje.
Abanye
But yeah, man, like I guess your journey dictates what it needs, and sonke siyafundisana. We cross paths at the very juncture ekumele uhlangane nabanye abantu ngoba nabantu abangasekho in the group, even when there was 26 of us. Sorry, mina I had a tendency yokucula. I was overzealous when I sing. Ingaqala beat manje, I do my thing, but
He still
end
is.
up.
Yes.
Well, manje, I'll tell you where I placed this overzealous thing now. But literally, Bengi was so excited that I would then start singing ahead of the beat. Like ahead of the music. Bese iyaphuma nje. But abantu abafana boSgebengu, abantu that were also there in how they were reciting their lyrics or their poetry, you then got a sense of it. Oh man, they just kick whatever they're doing just behind the beat, So you learn without telling ukuthi lento nami iba imprint yami manje yahlala kimi. And Moso Ishaya, the soil is known for this stylistic lazy type of singing, just singing behind it, and you're like, oh sebasazi ngaraiding le ukuthi it's sayibona, even in the confidence is there, but we funde in that choir that started falling off, so abantu noma bafika they're part of it all, but as it would seem, we were the most dedicated to the group, because it did not even have the name. We did not have the name for the group. This was up until we went to varsity. That's when the name came. And I also tell the story. Always like to tell it. I find it very spiritual. OP and myself, we were at varsity, AVUT, Sithole Sharpeville, walking to Eskel. And that same morning, when I woke up from a dream telling me the group must be named Particles of the Soil, immediately told UP.
You told me.
Yeah, exe. Oh, Butli still okay.
No, it's fine to say it again, because people
He's just recalling.
I'm recalling with one
but also when you get onto the line, Ngalusem, Ben Butli, they like the moment you say gents shapunja, but ababulis no bulis, but we have a name for the group. The same morning, from a dream. Now, but they trying to tell us that if we did not call like a second earlier, they would have called us because they have.
Guys have been pulling for many
Yes,
just so
for 3 years.
Yes, on the day.
Telekinesis.
But ngata no, their name for the group can be better than this one. So I should get this one. It blew my mind. Mfana gulang bona khona ukuthi hayi asambi sort.
Spiritual thing.
Yeah, asambi sort. Even when you like Sam was part of it. As kulumi ngaye as if something, no, because it's not bad at all. He might not be part of this group here now, but in spirit he is.
He is.
No, and not in spirit we might not be with him wherever he is with his career, which is amazing, by the way. Love it so much. But now, stage, yes, good tea. In spirit we are there because we are connected. Like ayiko into ongayenza mfana after having experienced everything that you have that informs who you are in your history that has been charted for you. Bese uzofuna ukuyi disregard and overnight and then say ayangisafuna ukucula like uP when he does his high notes. Lento leyo it's engraved. You might try to get off of it, but uzocula on the next gig and people will say, yo, but when this one harmonizes, he sounds like Sam. But no Sam, surely when he harmonizes in some of the things, they like, see, we started with hip hop, nabo speaker, ekasida, Sam would do his own things. There's a song that he also released back in the day. I won. But one afternoon I was like, he met up with him and he said, nyaboreka manje, because each time ngidlala le ngoma abantu bangibuza ukuthi hey unsika la high notes awashaya la answer him. But it's the interconnectedness, you know. It's just beautiful, man. I love it.
A lot of people, they've got different. No, sorry, go ahead.
No,
and by the way, podcast akunama advert. We've got time. We've got time.
Fire.
I'm just adding on and you take time. If I were to only like how to make it pop, you know, and let's say sikhule sonke in one household. Noma ayihlale natural ahlale eSanthing kai. Last is nama household wethu. Sizolipheka the way mama wethu.
Asikelise ngakhona, yeah.
We might add there and there ufake in, but the foundations like baby's a signature, my fingerprints. Ungawasula but letafula more under microscope usazowabona some of them.
DNA, ngiyakufrustana. Ama belief systems are different than cooler, but then I find out that you guys are more of spiritual people and the nonke. I might be wrong, I don't know. And I just wanted to know, has it always been like that, Nisa Kula, and has your spiritual connectedness grown over the years?
I think it grew over the years, but as every other black child, we are always and from forever been trained to know only one form of religion. And as I grew up, Mina, also, I looked at the word religion and I learned that religion is something you do continuously. Music can be a religion, you know. Talking and connecting with people can be your religion. But sikhuliswa ngendlela sazi ukuthi there is a religion and the religion is Christianity. So the only way you can connect with the higher power, the only way you can be spiritually connected, it is through going to church and singing your lungs out and praising God and. But there's so many ways as we grew older that has connected us to the higher power, irrespective of the higher power yako yini. You know, there's so many ways esikhule siba aligned kuzo lezo zinto lezo. Sifila music ngendlela different. That is why people cry when they listen to a certain song. It's that spiritual tap. You know, it's like a consciousness behind your mind. So as we grew older, and maso discover something within you, you want to investigate. why ngifila kanjena, you know, and you start aligning, you start watching things that are able to answer those questions. You start reading relevant books that are connected to that sense of yearning and sense of wanting to understand. So I think as I grow older personally, that is what I'm realizing. That spirituality is a movement, you know, of self. Uyangena uyaphuma uyahlala, sometimes uhlala isikhathi eside and then uphume futhi, yabo. Yeah.
And when you embraced it,
yeah,
and you went in because you're a healer.
Thokoza.
You healed through Sipho sakho, which is obviously your God-given gifts, your voice.
Thokoza.
But then you I think people like yourself, I mean, I've been going through it, even Namanj.
Thokoza.
It's highly complicated. finding out whose you are, where you're from,
yeah,
your family tree, finding out even what am I going to preach in my household? What am I going to teach my children?
Yeah.
And as you seek this knowledge, you're no longer just seeking it for yourself.
Yeah.
You are seeking it for ingane zakho. I grew up in a Christian home, but how am I going to move on with my life and my family? Is my family going to be Christian based? Am I going to open up other information that I'm learning to my child?
Yeah.
You know, those types of things. And the last conversation that we had, Mina now and Openuel, is I was fascinated by how you've embraced umoya, and how you've gone even deeper and expanded with your knowledge.
I personally believe that each of us, we are healers, but now we just need to seek that in ourselves and understand that with ourselves and see where we plant our healing. Because even just walking estradini, you know, there is some sort of healing that you are getting. Even just feeling the air within the space you're in, that's healing for you. So it is important for humans to understand, to understand our power and don't belittle your power. We all have a specific power that is siphathisiwe. That's why masizalo izandla zivalekile, siphathisiwe, you know. And I feel like logo, we must just dig within and use it ngendlela le wazi ukuthi mangihambisa izobuya kumina as a boomerang, ukuthi into engikhiphayo izobuya kumina as a healing that I don't think I need but ngiphethe.
A lot of people battle with this journey, and it's not an easy one, you know, but I'm loving a lot of the information that is going on. There's also obviously a lot of misinformation also, but I just like the engagements that are happening everywhere around our spiritual connectedness. People from Southern Africa, and obviously speaking about the rest of the continent. Even those black brothers and sisters who are all over the world who are not in the continent. I'm loving it. It's happening all over, everywhere, and you can see it, you know.
Awakening and cool,
And other people can it, other people, yes, they'll take advantage of it. Whatever, but I just love that it is happening.
It's there.
And it's been hidden from us. We didn't grow up with the internet. We didn't grow up with a lot of these tools that are now, you know, bringing this information to the fore. And that's a conversation that I'd like to have before as we continue with the music, because your music is very, very spiritual. That's why I'd like to touch on it.
Yeah, no, I don't think our music would have hit the way it continues to do if it wasn't rooted in our spirituality. We all grew up in Christian households, like Ubutle rightfully said. I remember Wesile plus sonke church Wesile, you know. Sunday,
same church, all of you guys.
Yeah.
So from Veletala, same church. Okay.
But
like, but like Njomba Usho now, Buddha, Oguti. You then get blessed with a family, you know. You find your own self in your journey. Bega namhlanje, when you start a conversation with someone that knows me to the core and ask them about the first top 5 things that Unsika is known for, dreaming about songs will be in that top 5. But it's such a spiritual thing for me, you know. But growing up, I did not even know that it was a spiritual gift.
Yeah.
At 6 years old, I was already dreaming of songs. Shy quiet, did I stay there? six-pack galore. Like, I was seeing an older version of myself, you know, performing to like magnitudes of people. I stayed there, you know. I'm like, who's it? But I recognized that guy as young as I was, you know.
He liked Cisco.
Yeah. Cisco plan. But here's my thing.
Through him.
Sure. Here's my thing. Ayikho indawo okhulela kuyo or teachings that are given to you that can buy you from your spiritual existence. Ngoba that route you are going, that destiny, you will reach it. Whether uhambe the Christian route but if your calling vele needs you to become a healer edonsa kwizinto zesintu, izinto zakwantu, izinto zabantu, you know, like it will inform you. You will get those impulses. You will feel like there's literally a very wise old woman next to you. Oxoxela indaba eziningi. But le ndaba lezi they sound even familiar, you know. And when they see it, Usbudi is now in tune. They then come in familiar conversational platforms. And for me, it's dreams. Bayazi ukuthi ntwana uthanda ukulala, but megalele, it's not that sloshed type of passing out. No, he's still awake. We can steal him a bit. Siye naye ngadana, simnike into zakhe, bese sambuyisa ngapha, bese aqhumisa indaba yomsebenzi wethu, you know. So abantu basekhaya ke plus bayathandaza each and every time ebaqeda ukudeliver ingoma, whether it's for the soil or for any other artist or for myself, but mfana muka ungakhohlwe ke ukuthandaza. Mengivuka, that's the first thing I will do, because there is quite a lot of things that align perfectly with the history yabantu before we were even colonized, you know. There's something I heard Ubena that he said, Ingamla, when they came here, they did not find slaves. They found chiefs, they found kings, they found queens, they found villages that were run by women, bruh. Like, like it's so crazy to even fathom the fact that they found what they found. And some of the writings that were rightfully ours were then manipulated, you know. But in the manipulation, you must be able to see through it. And how do you see through it? Put on a pair of glasses. And what are those pair of glasses? Because putting on a pair of glasses is a metaphor. That's your spirituality. You see through the chaos. I had a chance. Naye yami flavor yi. But it's not to say ayikho into eivar la nalaphaya. No, zonke is because they were all derived from Africa, you know, and they were manipulated for people's own benefits. But when you look at it ngelomoya mfana, uyathola amanqiniso ukuthi okay kahle bangasho ukuthi lana ubras banbani okhuluma, but they just manipulated the character, you know. They might say the skin was pale for ibanbani, but when you get to think about it, actually lo muntu vele was like this, you know. And then you then get to see it, okay, cool. There were intercessors, vele, even there were seers back in the days, you know. There were shamans, there were healers back on, you know. Babu credo abaikanga just
Coco credo.
Coco credo, you know, like abaikanga, and I like that. Aksubabu credo koko, you know, like this inheritance nyanya esihle, you know, like it's namandla futhi abayikhanga isihlahleni machidi, you know, khona la ikhe khona nathi la we can also tap into, only if we want to find that stillness. Where do we find the stillness? In the solitude. In the solitude. Each generation ithanda umsindo machidi. I cannot say that enough. Each generation ithanda umsindo, ithanda chaos, but what are you running from? Like we all rightfully say the journeys are hard, but they are fulfilling,
Yeah.
Like,
I always say it's escaping something.
Like they are so fulfilling, and once you're on the other side, you're like, oh my goodness, Why was I bothering with all these other stuff? But all these other stuff were part of your journey. They are the contrast. Because if you did not experience that, you would not appreciate this purity that you're now experiencing. But you had to go through those dark valleys for you to see, oh, lighting in a dim place. Life is all about duality, Majid. Fire and ice. None should overpower the other, good and bad. But in the duality, find where you want to have, and then draw contrast to good. Okay, sharp. Leah, it's a bad thing because I'm having something good. I don't want to ever experience that. It's part of it. And asugene emsindweni abantu abadala bawuthanda umsindo. Abathanda
Can I ask a question? Sorry, to interject.
And that's everything. No.
I feel, this guy talks.
Like a spoken.
I just realized it's
I just want to go back to this thing, Yoguti. Our generation, ithanda umsindo. Do you think it's a tanding thing, or it's just it's what we know, or we are running away from something? Because stillness is painful. Stillness is painful, and I'm not saying and I'm not saying Guti is something that is not doable, but is the youth able to tap into that space? And why do we think Guti it can't? Because Kamampela, you can't have these videos that we see online. They are all there. They are crammed, but they are there. They are having fun and they are enjoying their life. I understand, but why? What is taking them there?
Yeah,
and why not stillness? Why do they choose the noise?
Yeah, I think Futi umsindo, not in the literal sense.
Yeah,
like umsindo in a metaphoric state where someone is running away from who they are. But you meet your destiny in the route you take to avoid it.
Say that again, please.
And the Kung Fu Panda, the Kung Fu Panda movie. Hey,
subtitles. It's a code, that thing.
Yeah, you meet your destiny in the route you take to try and avoid it. Izokuthola mfana, like it's inevitable. Nokubona abanye gogo lapha yana abantu abadala bomama sebeyo consult lapha bahamba nezukulu, bese bazomtshela ukuthi gogo bone calling, okwakho bokukuphilisa. But ke nabantu abadala bathi somdala manje, they can't even take you through all of that. It's fine. But uyayazi ibhlungu kanjani thing. We wanted to gift you with this thing, but you took forever. And to initiate you, to take you through the transitional journey, the path that you needed to take when you were in your 20s or your 30s, is a kawat. So might as well sige and try and find someone. You don't want to be that nyanya that never did anything for anybody. I know, fully embracing this gift, and healing through the music, mfana, it's gold. Like in my hands, it's gold. I see it for what it is. Like Chabelela Nale Alpameza, the new one that's dropping this year, because that gold is also found there.
Yeah, there you heard it, guys. There's a new album coming. New album right now.
Yes.
After 7 years. Yeah, I know. But 7 is also an amazing number. Yes. But let's not go into that. But as yet, anyways. But yeah, like find that gold. And for you, Uguti uyithole earlier than any other person. Sugem sindwen. Like don't avoid it. When it comes to you, find it. If you are a dreamer, try and sleep earlier. Ukuthi ungalali so ukhathele ukuthi nabo so bashiya ngesikhathi esincane sekumele bakuvakashele manje ngo3 ngoba wena ngo4 uyavuka, like give them ample time. If okwakho ukuhamba ukuhlangana nabo when you are hiking mountains, decide to make it an often thing then. If you find that suke emsindweni, mengithi suke emsindweni, suka eyintweni ezikuthatha from what you inherently know that you must be doing more often than what you are occupying your time with. Umsindo ke loyo.
P, I've been going through this late. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, right? Early 40s. And this is something that has been happening, let's say, since my late 30s. It's a journey, this thing. Yes. And it does get painful at some point, at some time, because you're in solitude, you're on your own, and you're doing all these discoveries, and a lot of the people that you can only connect with are few, and that would be your parents. So I mean, I'd be connecting. Itamalam, sadly, I lost him a few years ago. May soul rest in peace. No matter you know. No matter umuntu ngiselena, umuntu ngiconnecta naye, umuntu would understand me, and umuntu when I'm going through the most difficult times, we don't understand that, because also now Spanish is shy, we're in the public eye. People might never understand what you go through, but also people are full of judgments. They'll judge you a lot. Yeah. And when you're going through this, it does get painful. Yeah. And sometimes those brothers and sisters who eventually get depressed, and sadly even those who eventually even commit suicide. Yeah. Because it's not an easy journey, but that's why I like us dwelling on it, because the more we dwell on it, the more we open up for those people who might be going through something similar. Even other young people, even in the spotlight, are going through such, and that's why I'm loving the discussion so much. But yeah, it hasn't been easy. Sometimes it's painful, but it's the most fulfilling thing ever, boy. People even
like me now, for instance. I remember noma ngikhula benga engage, let's say nabantu abadala, my parents or my aunts and stuff. Nsika knows me, I thanda strata, you know. So Nsika would have nice conversations in the old lady kitchen. You know, they would make engagement a grand. I mean, I didn't have time to, you know, to have that parent I till to date, I didn't even make friends na my teacher. You know, call a teacher favor everyone. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, so Mara, and now go high school I didn't. So mina bengizikhulela nje. So ngasho ukuthi street smart no, because of impintshi zami bengikhula nazo ngiboniseka nokuhle yabona. Ngazi ezinye izinto because ngiyazibona. Yabona. But I didn't have the knowledge level oqeda ukukhuluma ngayo ukuthi if I knew these things sasemncane ngabe manje sengigrowth yabona. But now nine into ngifuna ukuthepa in kuyo. It's never too late, like it's never too late. I've discovered something much after when it was COVID. I discovered something to make more time to speak to my mom. You know what I mean? Saying a ring and old lady in the time. And some of the things I'm paid too. It's not only walls I'm paid too. Check now my window buy. You understand? So I was like, okay, I'm trying to for the longest time. Go childhood, but it's never too late. Imagine my mind is well in that space in so play.
And as
COVID,
I say,
COVID was necessary. Sorry, I feel like as stressful as COVID was, but it was necessary for us to tap into those spaces. It was the pause that was needed, and we thought we didn't need it. That long pause, abadala basiphe yona, noqamatha usiphe yona ukuthi sizizwe. Sihlale sizilalele, as painful as it is, visite lawo my childhood traumas lawo, and sibuza ukuthi okay ngilana namuhla ngebangalani and ngizibona ngikuphi, and yini mhlambe engicabanga ukuthi ngithwele from abanye previous generations from my clan engibona ngathi ziyangisinda and akumelanga ngizikeriye ngokwami. There's no need for me to carry those. You know, I feel like COVID was the perfect way of starting that conversation with self, because umsindo lo untsika khuluma ngawo is those wars that are inside our heads, because now we find ourselves sisejozi busy, and we don't have time to sit with ourselves, right? And siyekikini now we ask put this siyekikini sibuye egigini ngabo 4 ekseni 6 ekseni ulungiselela umntana uyahamba esikolweni and then after that maphuma ma school drops ula emsebenzini you don't have time to listen to yourself and to listen to your people because they want that stillness, they want that solitude. Mara wena mele uziphe yona, and COVID forced us to be those people. I think a lot of awakening started in COVID for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm appreciative of that because abakhona basindile, you know, from it. Mara bakhona abangasindanga because it was too much for them. It reached the peak also.
And he's just Aisa, you guys, over the past, 7 years, you've been cooking. You just let the cat out of the bag.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's great news. Guys, you don't understand how great, it's great news, man, finally. Let's talk about the music, the new album.
Oh my word.
Qala. Okay, kupobina. No, bina.
Something.
No, bina. I didn't break bina. Bina. Tlatula na ven.
Yes. But
No. Even if just for 20 seconds.
Oh, it break.
Yeah.
It break hangan.
No maipi.
Yeah. Ay, non. Angit lewe yeah. So shy yona, but you know, it break nje. No mayin.
Shy. Enja ngathi noma yini enja.
I want to set it up proper.
On this episode?
Manje.
Okay, say something and then set it up.
This is the setup. So Buddha.
Sure.
I feel this album is special, fun, in many ways.
I don't know, but I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
So
guys, you don't understand how excited I am. The album is coming.
So,
anyway, yeah.
So in the creation, we had already done our solo things, right? Yeah, away from the group. So we were intentional about saying to each other, from your solo journey, everything you've learned, please give us a batch of flowers. You know, so now you're sitting with 3 batches, right? When you unwrap them, you see this garden unfolding. You're like, this is amazing. So this is an equal input of songs. No, if the album will end up having 12, just divide that by 3 and you'll know. It's okay, cool. Okay. But it's just a garden, you know? Like, it's beautiful. I'm contributions. Like, one of my favorite songs on that album from Contribution Gabush. You know, like there's a songs, like there's just one that says, image is killing me, you know? I want to return to the waters that birthed me. Mfan, nangelipi lang, I wouldn't have thought of that mean. I know I'm legendary in my writing, but I would not even have thought of it. But she then points out to a grand fact, lab. Inteng yazi o mean. But God lives in water, bruh. Like, imvela piethi lapha emanzini, you know, like he's omnipresent, you know, like omnipresent ngenye indlela. Usemanzini, usemafini, useintabeni. But oh my goodness, like megati image is killing me. When you sing about image, what is image? It's social media, you know, the instant gratification that we seek, the importance, the like. Who post in domanje 5 minutes later, I check it in, I'm like, that's the currency, apparent. Yeah. The number of followers, that blue tick
that
thing.
Blue thing, yeah.
Ngathi ngithola ama calls mfethu nsika mfethu ithola I looked at my wife, I was like, how kanti important for ini lento le, because now I woke up saying nah, but people are fascinated. Don't ithole kanjani nami I want it izokwenzelana nginayo nami ngenzeleni, like that image, bro. We do everything and that everything we do for it is killing us. So I want to return to the waters that birthed me, like abokhokho ke lapho balapha emanzini, you know, like ithunya zasemafini ezasemanzini zilapho mfana, like it's such a beautiful song. And then
what's the name of that specific song?
troubled waters.
Troubled waters.
Because it's amanzi nash.
We are troubled.
Like it's amanzi. In final, when you're troubled, you shake it, tank lamanzi, let it take. It's troubled. But when you find stillness, yes, we're going again, man. Like that's the solitude, and then you get contributions like Ingoma that speaks to Inkanyezi. You know, he just put it there in Inkanyezi. But our interpretations, when we hoid a verse, Ubuhle honored her daughter. The Upi well is yet to write because we feel a pressure. Ella ma verse man, you could I wrote a verse for my wife. But not from my perspective, but from abantu abambiza umalokazana. They were telling me to take care of her. But this is a verse I'm writing. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
and then
this album is mad.
From my country, because I'm legendary.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to abantu bayabiza ama hits, you know. But nginale thongo lelithanda pop music, like hip-hop yakwantu, not even hip-hop yangara. No, hip-hop yeah. So there's a song there, Stillness Donsa namachita, the legacy thandwa ndim. It's just, it speaks to how continuously beautiful this person that you're with. Njalo ekuseni mekavuka unjalo, and ekuse uyamtshela uthandwa ndim wena beka abanye. Ngisho noma singahle akekho ozokuthanda njengami, you know. Yeah, like so yes is a hoya no. Yeah, I'm looking forward. It
was important.
Can I just add on that? Le album Butisbu for Mina. If we ngam, it was gonna be our final album.
Don't say that.
This is why I'm saying it. I don't think there is. Angaso tata pengono kunale ezo.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Even the poetry behind it, we are gifting ourselves. We've never gifted each other of anything. We just says album, se recorder, kumnandi kunjalo. But this is a literal and an intentional gifting. We are gifting each other with these pearls of music. We are trusting. It's like unikeza umntana akho uthintela uhlale nomntana for a weekend. I trust you with this pearl. To keep it safe and to honor it and to compliment what I'm saying. And the compliments in these verses for each song, kunenye ingoma ezenontsika. Igama layo ithi khetha mna. That's my favorite,
yeah. Choose me.
Yes. Untsika ke I favorite son ka God. Untsika.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right hand man, God.
Oh my goodness.
You know, and you can feel it in that song. Like the importance of healing yourself is to surrender.
Amen.
And we are surrendering in this song. I can feel surrender when I'm listening to. Kunala unzi hey yacula lo mfana ngiyamuza thi leje yacula lo mfana kunala nathi unzi kethamna ngathi uyawa like ngathi he's falling, he's surrendering to this cushion that is ukamata. That song is yabo le album Butisbu for mina ivala ama gate
yo. And we've been
gate for me now.
Now with what you've just said, and thank you for setting the context. Because they do say even no kokobetu, no kokobetu, and our predecessors, may their soul rest in peace, Abu Mama Miriam Makeba, Abu Prahim Masigela, wherever they are. They always emphasize the importance of giving context to song as you sing the songs. Because sometimes songs that are so special and that are so amazing can just fly over people's heads because you just didn't take that 1 minute to give it context even before uyicula. So nyajabula what you guys are saying this. I can only imagine the audience man would Lipumani.
And then and the audience say the song yazi mina nya EP camera sebenzayo. Yabona kule album ngicela nisilalele. Yo ngicela nisilalele. Ngiyazi ukuthi nibhadele ukusibukela. But mani ngathi nje nilalele nizowuzwa that kuloko kuthula lokho kwenu isizo collide kamnandi so nizoyizwa le message. And yes, I know we are a legendary group that is very interactive on stage. Sajiva senzani. But yabona le budisbu izofuna ukuthi uyilalele. Ngamampela. And ungayilaleli ngeindlebe zakho eziphysical. Uyilalele la. Yeah.
Singayijahi.
Yeah, ngiyacela.
Singanilaleli sijahile.
Yeah, and ungasilaleli ngokuthi uyasazi. Ngoba sizokudisappointa ngoba maningi ama surprise.
Yeah, I know.
Ngicela nisibusise nisikhalisele. I'm already waiting for it. Guys, put it on. Did you guys have the dates yet? Not dates.
No, not yet.
Not yet, but this year, everything this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely this year.
Arvine, please.
Ne? Yeah. Tando Ndimle. Oh my goodness, I love this song.
Minangthanda ukuthandwa uwe noma liyashona noma liyaphumela ngekuseni uwe ingqondo yazona imizwa yakufuna ayi mina ngithanda ukuthandwa uwe noma liyashona noma liyaphumela ngekuseni uwe ingqondo yazona imizwa yakufuna talenta angizukutweka kule ngoma majens yes
My favorite part. Así para la capela,
Oh my God.
Yes, powerful.
Where's the cousin Amata? Yeah. Oh, I love you.
That's the best reaction ever.
Sibonge guys.
Oh yeah.
Yo, it's this motion they said. Oh yeah. Yo, I'm fine like that reaction. I'm fine. Yo. Exciting.
Shilo shamanyo.
Ngesizulu bathe manoni.
Yeah, boy.
sure.
Yeah.
Between the heart and the stomach.
Yeah, man.
Cela sivalelise ngayo futhi ngiyacela.
Oh, sesiqedile, sesavala.
No, sikaqedi singavalelisi.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's just take
Do you know why, ne?
Yeah.
I want to, and I know with managers, I don't want to exhaust the interview on the album so much so that
Yes.
totally interview album naliphu.
Kodwa management.
Yeah.
Thina sithi uzoyithola interview.
So mina ngicela ukuthi siyishare la.
Yeah.
Sishare I-room for interview.
Exclusive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And utshelwa yithi sizoza thina.
And by the time the album comes out, the podcast will be even double or even bigger.
Mark.
Will be even bigger.
Yes.
Let's get it.
This is going to be such a big album. Mina vele nami ngumuntu omoya ke. And nangithi this is going to be a big album.
So itholile. Sebaconnecting.
Already, it's a big album. All over. You guys are going back to all over the world.
Oh my goodness.
Traveling all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
We featured the legacy in this song.
Yo.
You should hear the
Yo.
I can't.
If you think this is magical. Lezantwana nazo ziphathisiwe. I mean ukhokho ushabalala. Lalela khona naye mfana ayakalelanga. Uyasebenza. Uyazwakala kulabafana labayana. It's just magical. Like I know. May you so rest in peace.
Ngizoyibamba. I won't dwell on the album. Ngiyazikhuza. I've got questions, but I'm like, no, Tingizibambe. I want, ngifuna exclusive album, and I'm gonna set it up so nicely.
Okay.
We're gonna do a beautiful thing on that interview, and we'll get an audience.
Sure.
We'll get 3 mics. We'll do it so nicely and clean and beautiful.
Will be nice,
Ngathanda ukuthi ningivalelise futhi ngayo ngajabula.
Let's do it.
If we can, I'd really appreciate it. Ngiyanithanda abantwana basekhaya. Congratulations. Asiyeni le phezulu asibhabheni not even ne-birds angazi nantoni.
Ngaphaya kwe-birds.
Ngaphaya kwe-birds.
Phesheya kwendawo.
Yo dibonga.
Baby wena. Lami wena. The soil is back. The
soil is back. The soil
Yo,
is back.
come on.
Ngiyabonga abantwana
No,
basekhaya.
siyabonga Buddha.
It was worth the wait,
Yeah.
Sisibu.
Yeah.
Sisibu, it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you came just to set the red carpet,
Yeah.
you know? And then now you're coming for, this is the second red carpet
Yes.
for the album.
Yes.
Is the name there yet?
Well, Mfana, there was a name. Sure, abayibonanga over the weekend, but a very beautiful artist, like Kai. You know, I love her to bits. I have a crush. I hope my wife is not watching. I have a huge crush on this person. She recently just did her listening session, and she titled her album using the same title that we wanted for our album.
Oh, yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes.
Yes, I saw on Zonke. I was like, oh
Now
my
we
God.
have to go back to the
Oh, so
drawing
you guys
board.
had a name?
Yes.
Yes.
But the great minds think alike.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were tapping from the same frequency. Remember
Yes.
the opening
Yeah.
song, Iembo Vele, on our album. That's the first song.
Yeah.
But now we'll just have to go back because there were other names in brackets. We just need
Yes.
to,
What are some of the names you're playing around with?
Hey, Joe, sazuhera.
Yeah, before our choice.
Yeah.
And everyone,
And I know,
in a stealing sense, but
Yeah.
Ifike kubo.
they snatched it. Yeah.
and I know your show is this podcast is watched by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I want to set the record. Guys, asgaze sahlukana.
Yes, yes.
Camera
Asgazi.
that's why.
asgaze sahlukana.
Yes.
It's like emshadweni umuntu ahamba ye ku boys night out.
Yes.
Omunye ye ku girls night out.
Like girls light out ne boys it was long.
Yeah, you understand? Because angisho manje legendary sama nama
Yes,
legend.
yes.
So mele kube ne legendary boys night out. Ne legendary asgaze sahlukana. There are a lot of people say, "Ah, are you guys back together?" We've been together. So we just took a break to stretch our creativity and to get whatever inspirations from where we get them. Siwabuyisele kuphi emqhubeni.
So cela ukuthi batshele nabanye. Ukuthi
Yeah,
asiyazi.
man. Martin, share and what? Share this part of the thing. Yeah.
Siyabonga, Tasbu.
What a platform, Fana. We are truly
Thank you,
proud
thank you.
of the
This is hope now.
innovative mind that you have. Mabande.
Nyanyanya.
Mabande.
Ufuna ukumgwara uSibu
Umgwara,
and
exactly.
ngiyayifuna le part. Esibu uba numzekezeke.
That's the question is
Nyamani.
today. One, 2023.
Yeah.
The question is angilandela namani. And I always say to people, Buzani uTrevor Kumbi, Intando, Mangani.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you guys were to see Umzexman actually like you won't even think, you know. But I'm used to it and I embrace
Oh my
it.
gosh, we love you.
I love you guys.
We love you so
Nyamani.
much.
Away.
Guys, the new album is coming. The name is not out there yet, and they've just promised an exclusive to this platform. The platform will definitely be bigger at that time. So I'm looking forward to it. Last words, Asifale Liseni.
Sinithanda nonke emakhaya.
We love you.
We love you, baby.
Yo.
We love you.
Yo, me, I'm saying.
Yeah, we love you, babies. We love you.
Nyamngano namnyabonga ne.
Asibonge, Tasbu.
Yo, guys. Son. Son.